What's good? It's your boy Tano back with the Magic Intel, and on this one, man, it's gonna be a little different, man. I feel like it's my duty to go ahead and report information, especially on what's going on in the economy, being that I talk about finances and things like that does matter. So let me try and make this very simple. I know I'm probably gonna catch a lot of flack for this, but I just want to say this: y'all done crying yet, man? You done crying yet? All right. So this video is aimed towards giving people who may not know much about how the economy works and this, complex machine works. I want to give you guys a little bit of information on how you can navigate through this Trump era, and benefit more than likely under Trump's administration. All right. So I'm not here to argue with anybody and really talk, the politics and all of that. I'm here to talk about policies that can affect everyday people. And I'm finna, I want to debunk a few myths also throughout this process, because a lot of people got into the whole like race politics and all of that, and they weren't really paying attention to the policies and things like that. And honestly, I'm a forward thinker. I think it's, like I said, it's my duty to not feed the fear mongering, media, right? The fear mongering. I don't want to feed that monster, because in fear, people pretty much in fear, you're stagnant. Okay, you're not thinking about going forward, how to basically do what you're supposed to do in this climate, right? So the first thing I want to go ahead and do is I want to list out some benefits, right, and some proposals that Trump had earlier, okay, for 2024 and 2025 and so on, okay? So one of these policies right here is about lessening the taxes on big corporations, okay? Lowering it from 21% to 15%. Now, this could directly trickle down to the working class, okay? See, a lot of people have this idea that if we tax the rich, we're not going to feel it and we're going to do better. That is not always the case, okay? And honestly, the top 1%, they end up paying a lot of the taxes as well. They pay the highest in taxes. So this is not a myth and whatever. You can actually look that up. That's actually factual. So don't think that if we take money from the rich, that they won't make us feel it. They are the ones creating the opportunities. They are the ones investing in job, so we can have job opportunities and things like that. They are the ones at the top making these big major moves and taking on these big risks. So of course, the policies often incentivize these corporations and stuff like that for job expansion. So this tax cut right here would directly affect us, whether you think so or not. Okay. And honestly, a lot of people can still benefit from this as well, right? So just follow me here. So that's one of the benefits right there. We can do a job expansion, which means you might get better wages, okay? Which means they might invest back into job expansion. They give you more jobs. Unemployment should lower even more, okay? And then you could get better packages, incentives for working with that company. Okay, so they may reinvest in their employees. So that's a good thing right there for time being. Okay, so the next thing is Social Security. No more taxes on that. Trump is aiming to eliminate the taxes on Social Security. Now, how many of got grandparents and stuff like that, or people in general that's on Social Security and they live off of that? This will help them tremendously. Okay. This will help them tremendously. All right, and the next thing is tax-free tips, tax-free overtime. How many people? Everybody could benefit from that. This is Trump's proposals. Okay, so I'm just giving you the information. I'm not sticking up for him or anything like that, and I'm not emotionally attached to either candidate. Okay, I trust me. No matter what president is in office, we're still gonna have to do our day-to-day work. Okay, so get out your feelings or whatever about who won and who didn't win and why they didn't do it. Listen, all you need to be doing is trying to figure out how to guide you and your family to, the promised land. All right, get through it. Figure it out how you're gonna benefit. So, tax-free tips. How many people earn tips and stuff like that? This will help us tremendously. Everybody doing gig work, the ride share, whatever, and you getting tipped. You don't even that's tax free. That's increasing the take home pay for you. Okay, so this would benefit everybody. I heard everybody saying, "Yo, Trump, he only thinking about the rich, 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 rich." Well, listen, I just named a couple things that this guy proposed to do that directly affects the middle and lower class. I don't want to hear it no more. It is what it is, you know. Um, overtime. How many people at one point, man, listen, like you couldn't even it was hard enough to get overtime for some people, right? But now that you can go work and this will increase your take home pay, man, you know, and lower that tax burden. So think about that, right? Another thing is increased child tax credit. This will affect lower class as well. $5,000 per qualifying child, no matter the age. $5,000 no matter what. This is what he's proposing. This is what he's trying to do. Okay. So follow me here. This is what he's trying to do. I'm just listening out the facts. Something else that we can directly benefit. He wants to make it to where, I mean, if you're savvy enough, particularly going to benefit people who like to itemize their deductions. If you are the car loan interest, the car loan interest, the extra money, not the principal, not how much the car actually costs, but the extra interest that they add on top of it due to your credit and whatever that interest, the APR. He wants to make that fully 100% tax deductible. That alone is going to help out a lot of people that know how to take advantage of this incentive, okay, of this tax cut. So pay attention to that, okay? That's one thing. All right, then he has the tariffs that's coming in place. So this is more of like a double-edged sword, okay? So I'll get to that in the con section, but right now I'm gonna talk about the benefit of what that could be. This could promote job expansion, more job opportunities for the lower class, okay, for the working class or whatever. This could promote healthy areas of growth to where he wants to incentivize. See, he wants to basically tax the imported goods, right? International things, and he wants to incentivize domestic businesses and manufacturers to manufacture here in United States, which again, that will create boatloads of opportunities for people who want to get better jobs, okay? So that will lower the unemployment rate as well. Okay, so think about that here. A lot of our manufacturers and whatever, like a lot of things aren't manufactured here. And this will lower the cost of domestic goods as well. So pay attention to that. All right. That's another benefit. So we got investment opportunities. Trump is really big on dealing with the fossil fuels. He wants to pretty much, how could I put it? Commodities like energy, right? Oil and gas and things like that. We could see growth in those. So this is an investment opportunity as far as energy. Okay, so think about that as well, and that itself can also, being that he's getting in there and wants to invest his time in that and energy into that, that's also going to help us with lower gas prices and stuff like that as well. And that's also going to help with jobs once again. Okay, more opportunities for investing and more opportunities for jobs. So you may want to invest in the energy sector, right? Another thing, where we at with it? Another thing that that we're seeing happen: cryptocurrency. People who have Bitcoin or whatever, like Bitcoin is going to continue to surge, okay, under Trump's administration, because Trump has more of an anti regulation stance, okay? So he doesn't want the federal government to have too much of their hands on everything when it comes down to that. Right now, not right now, but yeah, right now, crypto was pretty much like regulated to a point to where, it made private people that like to keep their investments private. It made them a little iffy about getting involved. Then they had the CBDC, which means they just basically wanted to make everything digital and trackable. Trump is pretty much anti with his approach. Okay, he's anti that with his approach. So this created a surge in the cryptocurrency along with the altcoins. Okay, so the main ones, Ethereum and all of that. You got Solana, You got all of these different things. Of course, Bitcoin that play under Bitcoin, they move with Bitcoin. So you want to invest in the crypto. And if you're already in the crypto, then you already seen your portfolio do pretty well. A lot of people's increased their net worth just from Trump winning this election alone. Okay, because they're familiar with his policies and whatever. And this makes people, investors, more happy about being in these markets. So that's one big thing right there, that will encourage people that like to keep their moves private, a little bit more private. They're going to invest in crypto now, like heavier. Okay, so this is why you're seeing going back to the tax cuts, you should see a surge, or may see a surge in the stock market as well. Stock prices could continue to rise. So if you're already positioned, good for you. If you're not positioned, I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of investment opportunities here, and for growth and just the everyday working person. As far as stock and investment opportunities, you might want to look at anything that Elon Musk is attached to. If you don't know anything by now about that situation, Elon pretty much endorsed Trump, right? Millions of dollars backing him. They're tied in like this, okay? So he was incentivized, all right? And when he won this election, if you don't know, Elon Musk's net worth basically boomed and increased by like $14 billion. Like unheard of. So them boys tied in like that. So you might want to invest in that Tesla. They got SpaceX and all of that stuff going on. Elon is like at the top of his game right now, right? That's a dangerous man. But you want to, invest in stuff like that. That's another investment opportunity. And I want to tell you something, like how to survive in this economy that's coming. You want to adopt the spirit of an entrepreneur. You want to be a business owner, okay? You want to think like a business owner. Just move a little bit more like a business. Manage your life like a business, because this is the thing about Trump. Trump is a business person, okay? Trump does business. Think of America Inc. That's what he's running. This is a big business. So don't get too caught up on like all the social issues, but so much and whatever, because at the end of the day, when you're at the bottom, you can't change but so much. These people are literally buying politicians. They're putting people in seats. It's nothing you can do to fight that type of power. The only thing you can do is try to figure out what the climate is. Go check the weather. Oh, it's like this out here, so I'm going to maneuver like this. Boom, 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 boom. Put me and my family in position. And as we, progress and whatever, hey, we'll hopefully get in them seats and whatever and make some changes. Right now, all the people that's just complaining. Listen, don't get too caught up in that. You have to figure out how to maneuver through this new economy that's coming, because regardless, I'm gonna tell you something, regardless, the rich is gonna continue to get richer and the poor could potentially get poorer. All right, it's all about how you see this thing. If you choose to say, woe is me, it's all over with, oh man, America's done, and then guess what? Okay, in your eyes, America is done, but there's gonna be people like me and others that's gonna capitalize off of what's going on here. All right, there's people that really read and that really try to get to the bottom of things and actually try to figure out a solution and put on that positive lens and see the good and everything that's going on. All right, so now let's get to the possible cons. All right, like again, some of this is always the economy is a big, complex machine. There's a lot of moving parts. If you tweak one thing, this might go down. You tweak this one. Y'all ever played Call of Duty? You trying to fix your gun up and whatever, and then one bar might go way over here, but then if you put that muzzle on, that thing might do this, or you put that big buttstock on, it might do this and go down because your mobility. That's basically how the economy is, all right? So nothing can be perfect. Nothing can be perfect. But you do need to understand how to take control, or how could I put it, take advantage of how the economy is moving, the downturns, the economic downturns, and the upswings, right? Both. You want to know what's good, what's bad. You can still capitalize off of what's bad as well. Now let's talk about the possible cons. So the possible con right here is like, listen, with these tax cuts and stuff like that, they're good, but we could see and a deficit increase. Okay, what America owes, and that could eventually lead to things like inflation all over again. Okay, so a lot of the benefits or whatever, I'm not sure exactly how sustainable that is over a long period of time or whatever. But I know when it does come in effect, a lot of people, the economy is gonna boom. I do know that, so you need to take advantage of that and then be ready for the downturn as well, a possible downturn as well. All right, so two, the housing market, the affordability in the housing market. Okay, so we already know that one of Trump's main plans was mass deportation, right? Now, the thing about it is the illegal immigrants, people may not know, but those are the people that's doing the work, the building, these jobs that Americans don't want to necessarily do. Those are the people that's going front line for a smaller pay, which affords you the ability to purchase a home for a decent price. Now that could surge. The housing market could surge, and here's the problem: it could possibly create inequality, right? Because the rich will get richer, and then the lower class will get left way behind. They won't even be able to reach. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's just gonna be like monopolized by like richer people, and it's not necessarily their fault. It's just that they took advantage and whatever. Like they already I mean, because a lot of rich people, honestly, they didn't all just inherit it and whatever. Like a lot of those work hard. A lot of them people work hard for their money, man. Trust me, they earned it. They really earned it. They came from where me and you came from. It's no reason to tax them to death and whatever. Because put yourself, and this is how I know people are not forward thinkers. Put yourself in their shoes. You worked so hard. You put it all on the line, sacrifice. Then for you to get to the top, and you're creating jobs and you're employing people and stuff like that, you're investing and trying to push the culture forward. And then everybody look at you and say, "Hey, he's the reason why we're poor." And you're looking like, huh? He or she's the reason why we're poor. Tax them to death. So they taxing you to death, and these small percentages matter, man. When we talking millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars, that's going to fall back down on the lower class, or the people that need to be employed. So you need to think about that as well. They earn their money, man. I'm not saying they don't have to pay any taxes. What I'm saying is, we can't put the tax burden all on them if they're the ones taking the bigger risks. I'm just keeping it honest. Wage earners, you can get mad and whatever, but listen, you are not putting in more work than these business owners, okay? They have to supply you. You have no idea how complex it is to run a business and employ people. For real. Appreciate them. Don't talk down on them because you can't understand or think that they could never relate to you. A lot of them has been where you are. They didn't all inherit that. So remember that. And if you're trying to get there, then you would not want all these tax laws and stuff to flip and stop incentivizing businesses. Now it's like, well, what's the thing? The American dream would be dead then. What's the point? I'm putting in all of this work and whatever, and I can't even, get any incentives for it. Come on, think. So again, it's my job to prepare people that may not know what's going on. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and cry with you or any of that. Like, it's not helping the people. We need to tap in. All right, you need to stop spending all your money in the clubs, spending all your money tricking spending all your money on clothes and shoes and all of that, and start investing. I just gave you some plays. You could invest. Nobody's stopping you, okay? Anyway, now let's get back to another one. So you can see higher prices on international goods, imported goods. And that alone could cause the market to also fall a little bit, right? So we can see effects of that and adverse effects of that in the stock market as well. So we might see a little drop, because hey, once that happens, that's going to make things like, you got things like the chip makers, you know what I'm saying? Like You have Nvidia, like they'll feel that, think about certain things. Keep that in mind. There's ways, of course, there's ways to capitalize off of market drops as well. Okay. And if you stick with me, whatever, you already know. Look, if y'all learn what I know, which is stock options trading, you will know how to do well in any economy. You will benefit off of everything, bad and good. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. It's all about having the information and knowing how to maneuver. All right. Anyway, so we got, like I said, a possible income inequality over time. The rich will get richer, the poor will get poorer, and this will separate to where the middle class is blurred. We don't know what the heck a middle class is eventually. And I think that would happen whether Trump was in office or Kamala. It doesn't matter. Like, these things are like happening regardless. Inflation is happening regardless. So you just need to figure out the weather, like I said, and you'll be able to benefit to the best of your abilities. So again, if you like information like this, you feel like I helped you out, leave a thumbs up for your boy, subscribe to your boy, and I'm gonna keep bring you that magic intel. You know what I'm saying? Leaving the emotions out of it. I come and bring the facts, the data, whatever y'all need, and I let you do as you will. All right. I'm not up here to cry. I'm not up here to talk about skin color. I'm not up here talking about, races or anything like that. You might want to go talk to the people who talk about all the social issues and stuff like that. My whole thing is about being financially savvy and, empowering yourselves. Because when you play that blame game, the thing that happens in our community, in our culture, I notice we like to play the blame game a lot. And what you are essentially saying is, I have no say so over my own life. That president runs everything. I don't know if y'all believe in God or what, but come on, man. That's like a spit in the face to God. No one man controls everything. He ain't got the final say so. So I ain't on nobody, team hardcore. I just pay attention to what it is. I looked at the policies, the proposal, and I said, this could happen, that could happen, whatever. Did my research, just like y'all could do. So, enough with the pity parties. Let's get this show on the road. I hope to see y'all prevail. I know me and my family gonna try to, pick this whole thing apart and take advantage of it. I'm out though. Till next time.